Good morning. Well, it's 10 o'clock here, 10:30. I like to say this. I am into cryptocurrency. Being my brother, we got in at 2017. Uh, he traveled out of the country over in Dubai somewhere, but I think like 3 years ago, and he got hip to this blockchain stuff, technology, and he came back and is, hey, bro, we need to get into this. So I took a look at it. I dove into it. November, a week before Thanksgiving, we got in, put in $2,000. Bull market happened in January, at the end of that year, 2017, January 18. Woke up, we made $22,000. I said, oh, shit, it's legit. So, not understanding everything about the technology, we did get into Ripple because I understood one thing from the jump is what are these technologies supposed to do? Okay, we missed the Bitcoin train. So what was the next thing? Ethereum. Um, we missed that boat. So went down the list to XRP. What do they do? Payment transfer, cross-border payments. Um, what other companies doing this? I don't care. While you go down the list, you have to investigate these companies. Okay, who's the CEO? Who's the founders? What are their backgrounds? And this is part of investing. We missed the opportunity while Bitcoin boom. If you got in 2009 or somewhere up in there, you made millions of dollars. We missed that point in 2017. So everybody got in before then. You make money. Okay, Ripple came up. Uh, Maybe 2010, 11. I could be wrong. I'm not for sure when they started that, but those founders were Bitcoin people. Uh, so they knew about this technology. So they created something that's way better than Bitcoin for this transfer money payments. They knew it was a problem. The SWIFT, a dinosaur system. Um, they want to revamp it. Not only that, they revamping around the world. See, I think people get it mixed up, but they don't understand what Ripple is doing with XRP. Now, people say, well, it can never get to $100, or it won't be worth this, it won't be worth that. Look here, man. You are not experts, number one. You did not create the technology. So you do not know what this technology can do. Like they say, when the internet started, people thought the same thing, and look at it now. So Ripple is in the same position as the internet when it started. So they are doing uh, a restructuring of a financial system that needs to be done. It's a need for this. So we can sit up here and play like we know, well, the market cap is over here, the volume. You're not an expert. So when I sit up and hear people say, well, XRP will never do this or do that. Look, I'm a blue collar worker. I work for companies. I'm a business owner. So when you're looking for uh, investment, just like you would take your 401k and they tell you, which is a Ponzi scheme if you don't know, but they'll tell you work 40, 50 years only for 6% return, and you lucky if you even get shit $300,000. So why don't people look at XRP or any digital asset? I'm not just saying. I like Bitcoin. I'm glad it came through. Ethereum, but pick you up a couple of these tokens and look at it as a long-term investment. Not no get rich fast. I want my money fast. If you got in, and number one, you don't know how to invest. You never get in at the top because what goes up will come down. So if you're gonna invest, you need to be at the bottom, 18 cent, 19 cent, or Bitcoin go down to 3,000, 4,000, hell, if it go down to 1,000. This is where you need to be. You don't need to invest, okay, I'm ready to invest. Bitcoin run up from 7,000 to 10,000. Now you ready to invest in it. It don't work like that. You're going to lose your money. And do your research. It's not, see, number one, let's get something straight. We are not Brad Garlinghouse. We are not Chris Lawson. We are not Steve Mnuchin. And we are not Donald Trump. These are elite people in a different kind of world that we used to. So we're not privy to any information unless they leak it out or unless they let us know what they thinking or what they doing, rather. This is they NDAs. You don't know all the partners behind Ripple. Ripple is the best productive company in the cryptocurrency right now, hands down. And you cannot knock that. I'm glad this opportunity came for regular working people like us, because now we got an opportunity to invest. But I'm just telling people, do your research, and this is a long-term investment. This is not no quick get-rich scheme. I'm gonna take $100 and I'm on it to make $2 million. You gotta be out your mind. It does not work like that. So you're gonna miss the opportunity to understand the technology and what's going on with cryptocurrency. You got all these countries getting to this blockchain technology. All of them. Do your research, people. Connect the dots. Yeah, I watch YouTube videos, and you got some Bitcoin Maximus and Bitcoin this and Bitcoin that. Bitcoin is not Ripple. Number one. Ethereum is not Ripple. Ripple is Ripple. Tell me why your Ethereum is meeting with the IMF banks. Tell me why they meet with the central banks. Tell me why Vitalik, who is in control of Bitcoin? Let's see that. What's Satoshi Nakamoto? Is he meeting with the central banks? Y'all, people better wake up, man, and understand what's going on. Ripple is an opportunity. You get in, you hold your shit, and you hold your cryptocurrencies as a long-term investment. Yeah, you could trade this and that and trade that, but you're going to get hit on them taxes more versus a long-term hold. While you see, I'm not a tax advisor, but I'm guarantee you short-term trading, you're going to pay more in taxes than you would as a long-term holder. So when we get out in crypto, I'm going to be honest with you. It was a 5 to 10 year hold. 5 to 10 year hold with amazing return. Now, I like the way SPQR Media go in deep dives and connect the dots. CGK News, he does the deep dives. But when you look at the connection Ripple has, it's crazy. We don't even understand. Like I say, we just scratching the surface of this. But you think I'm finna get out my XRP? I don't give that XRP go to 100. It go to 200. It go 300. I'm not selling my shit. It go to 300 and go down to goddamn $10. I know what's at the end of the rainbow. When they lock up everything and these payment transfers, and go look at one of the PDF files Chris Lawson was talking about, the world reserve currency, and you think it's a joke. Ripple will never be the world reserve currency. Well, why is they locking up all these banks and central banks? Common sense, people. You better get some of this stuff. Again, let me say this. I am not your financial advisor, but you better go do your research and connect the dots. I'm not saying that Holo Chain is not going to work. I know I hold other digital assets, but these people got to have uh, a working product at this, because we're at this stage in the game. Regulations done hit, and for all the people talking about Ripple as security, you got to be crazy. You crazy. It is not a security. FinCEN came out and said it's not a security. They listed it as a currency. So this little lawsuit that got going on, it's not a big deal. A lot of people didn't catch it. But when they was having these impeachment hearings with Donald Trump, what was happening downstairs or upstairs or next to him was SEC Jay Clayton them having a meeting. And Jay Clayton specifically said, I'm not trying to quote him, but paraphrase, that we have to let this happen. If not, it will go around us. And then one of the Congress, I can't think of his name, said something. Then Jay Clayton interjected and said, it's already here. They're already doing it. So they just lining up the puzzle pieces. And y'all need to do your research on Ripple and XRP. See, I think FUD articles happen. They come out and they say different stuff and they word stuff. But you tell me where they have a CEO like Brad Garlinghouse or a founder like Chris Larsen. And y'all better be careful about Stellar, IBM. Stellar doing some things in the background. I'm not saying they're a Ripple, but you better keep your eye on Stellar. Not only that, something came out with IBM and RippleNet. So people can talk about where they're using Ripple and RippleNet. The goal is to get these people using XRP. Bottom line. And they talk about Ripple letting out, dumping this XRP. Man, please. Buy it up. And if you mad at XRP, sell it. Hell, I'll buy it. So this is what I don't understand about some people. You work a regular blue collar job and you want a retirement and you hope you get a retirement and you'll put your $10 or $20 in, or some of y'all putting $100 in for a 6% return. And people don't understand. This was declared a new digital asset class. A new digital asset class. So your people better wake up. Regular working people got an opportunity to get into something and do your research, look at these companies, and you have to make a gut-wrenching decision. Don't put in no money that you afford to lose. At this point, if it go down to zero, I'm cool with it. But I doubt it. Too much is going on, people. Too much is going on. So wake up, do your research, and look at the opportunities you have. It's a long-term investment. I'm not worried about if Ripple could shoot up to $500. I still hold. It's the bigger picture. A lot of y'all gonna cash out Ripple, get $10, $20, and $50, $60, even $100, $500. A lot of y'all gonna cash out and take that money, and you're gonna pay for it later on because you're gonna say, well, I should have held something for later. But hey, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. Ripple was designed to be a world reserve currency. And that's in the PDF documents. I think SPQR Media. He put that out. So you could go look at all his documents. And this is what I don't understand. A lot of people say that Ripple would not be the world reserve currency. But will Bitcoin do it? It's not going to happen. Bitcoin will not be the world reserve currency. Hell, the transaction is too slow. You wait till the bull run happens, and you'll see. So it's a store of value, digital gold. But man, you people don't understand. We are not Brad Garlinghouse. We don't understand the ins and outs of this technology or who they working with. We not privy to their information. But if you connect the dots, they working with Bank of America, Citibank, and all those big banks. They lining up with central banks. Christine Lagarde, Mark Carney, Steve Mnuchin, which is a founder of a bank. Y'all people better wake up. Ripple sitting at 20 cent, 20 something cent, 18 cent here. I hope it dropped down to 10 cent. Here, 5 cent. I still buy it up. So that's my morning rant this morning. XRP is not a security, and y'all better be paying attention. Just a long-term hold, man. A long-term hold, 5 to 10 years. I think you'll see a great return on XRP. Now, if you want to get into some other coins and hope this and that work, ROI return, you want 100% gains. When you go down the list and get into some of these other cryptocurrencies and hope that happen, you gambling. So to each his own. And again, this is not financial advice. This is common sense advice. Do your research. Do your research. Do your research and come up with your own decision. You can't get mad at nobody. It's not nobody's responsibility. Well, only if Ripple would have said this, I would have had this. No, you have to read through the line. Read between the line, not through the line. Read between the line. So, again, I'm not saying Bitcoin is out of there. I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, different other cryptocurrencies. But Ripple is one of the companies that is making a change in this world, financial. So, with that being said, you have a good day.